We're live.
This is Tracy.
And this is Sean.
This is Shop Talk.
Yep. And Daryl's still on the road.
Yeah, he's in Tennessee.
Somewhere in Tennessee. They've been all over the place in Tennessee.
Yeah, it seems like they have. I haven't looked at the map, but boy, they've been in all kinds of different towns.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, like every little bitty town
and I don't know, some of them might just be suburbs of Nashville.
They may be, because like Cleveland was one of them.
Yeah, that threw me for a minute. I saw
Cleveland. I saw Cleveland. I was like, damn,
whoa, wait a minute. Damn, he's up by my house in New York. Shit. Yeah. But so I don't know. I know a lot of the bars they hit when they first went out on tour, when they found out that what happened to them, they said, stop back on by.
Yeah.
You know. So I know they wanted to do that because a couple of those places were really good to them the first time around. But let's see. Are they still wading in waist deep water in Texas?
Yeah.
Got Irma that's got everybody in a damn tizzy.
Yeah.
Now I get it if you live in South Florida. If you live in Daytona or South in Florida.
Yeah, because it don't matter which way it goes,
yeah,
you're gonna get screwed.
I personally,
pretty much we're probably gonna get some good rainfall off.
Even if it goes up the East Coast,
we're getting even if it goes up the East Coast, we're still getting a good bit of rain. The most likely path of it at this point, though, a little while ago, about an hour ago, I was looking at the latest thing on it, is putting it like basically going straight up through the middle of Florida. That's the most likely path.
Oh, that's not good.
And that's
still not good.
That's still gonna
that'll drench us, but yeah. But up the middle of
we'll
Florida.
Still get quite a bit of wind off of it if it's still a Cat 5 when it hits.
If it goes straight up the middle of Florida from the tip straight up, by the time it gets up to us, it ain't gonna be a Cat 5.
No, but it'll still. Yeah,
it might manage 2. Yeah, it might manage a 2 still, but
I mean, it'll knock some stuff over.
Yeah,
especially it's not gonna be. It's not gonna be like a disaster or anything here, but it'll still knock some stuff over.
It won't make life pleasant.
Yeah, let's just hope that it doesn't veer left. If it veers left very much, if the eye misses the panhandle, then we're pretty much screwed, because that means it's going to go into the Gulf and sit there, and it may sit there and churn.
And it could come back at us. Yeah.
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 Well, that's going to be the most likely.
Pretty much as big as that son of a bitch is. No,
well, that cold front we got coming down is going to that will affect it.
Well, I'm just thinking it doesn't seem to be. It seems to be a real condensed storm.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's not huge.
Like some of the other Cat 2s or Cat 3s that come in.
Yeah.
They get down there south of Cuba or south in the little west of Cuba, and they fill the whole friggin' Gulf with clouds.
Yeah.
You know, everybody gets rain. And so I don't know. This might be some really intense rain, but if it stays compact.
Yeah. Well, if that cold front works out right, then when it comes up through there, it could just pull it straight up through. So it may not.
Yeah, that may too. Not linger too long. Yeah. How long does it take to get past?
It may just go on past. And I mean, it'll still, cause some problems, but it'll be quickly.
Yeah, if it zips past in 24 hours or less, not that big of a deal. And now if that son of a bitch happens to stall right in Mobile Bay,
that could be a problem.
You'll be getting a postcard from New York. I'm just saying, I'm not, you won't see Tracy. I don't care how high up my house is. I will take the chances of someone looting it while I am gone.
Yeah. So for a while now, to do a review on the holsters that I've been carrying. I forgot to take the one off that I'm actually wearing today. A while back, almost a year now, I guess. Yes, I've had this almost a year. I I bought, well, it was same time that I bought my SIGs. I got the 320 and the 250, a few weeks apart from each other. And, you know, frame wise and everything, they're essentially the same gun. So
just one goes boom when you're driving.
Yeah. So when I stopped carrying my 320 until they get all that sorted out, I started carrying my 250. And so they same holster, which brings me to this. Same time that I bought that, I bought the Alien Gear outside the waistband,
yep,
and the inside the waistband, the Tuck 3.0. I got them a combo deal on them where you'd save like $10 if you buy them together. Now, this is not the new system. It's not the SHTF system. The new one where you can build like, it's like Legos. You build this holster or another similar holster out of the same set of parts.
Gotcha.
But they still sell this
combo
and this configuration. Buy just this one or just this one. They still sell those, and they still run about the same price. I think the shape shift is like $100 for the whole system, or for the starter kit they call it, where you get like 3 different holsters you can build out of it.
Okay, that's not bad for you say starter kit. It worries me. It's like,
well, shit, this was like
extra money.
I paid $75.
Yeah, you got a hell of a deal for those. Yeah,
and you get some more clips so that you can change the cant and the drag on it and stuff like that. And this, you get the paddle. I prefer the paddle because it
that seems like the holster you wear most of the time.
Yeah.
Anyways.
And you also have the slide one that goes on. I like the paddle for 2 reasons. One, I can easily take it off, put it back on. It's not really comfortable to drive with this thing on. So I like to take it off, sit it in my
It's quick and easy to take on and off.
And there's also a clip that you can buy from them. It costs like $15 that you can mount in your vehicle, slide this right into it. This also will fit. You clip it into it like this, and it'll clip into that mount. It's a really
so they really thought their
they thought their
system.
This is not just a Kydex holster either. I mean, you know, I can make a Kydex holster, but it's got there's a rubberized backing on it. It's got a steel insert in it for rigidity. It's it's adjustable, which you really don't need they're like a foam rubber type stuff. You really don't need that because
it locks in with the trigger guard and everything. Anyways,
but it's molded to the gun.
Yeah,
look how well that's molded to the gun. You can see the front serrations on there.
You can see the back serrations. Everything.
And which the 250 doesn't have front serrations, but the 320 does. But you see how well that's molded in there. And it was a little tighter than this, but I just worked it in and out of the holster a few times. It was perfect. It's got perfect amount of retention.
Yeah. And it's your carry gun, so you're not worried about holster wear. Yeah.
And same thing with this one's a little tighter still because I don't wear it as often.
Yeah, I can tell by looking at it.
I'm not as crazy about the inside the waistband, but I don't carry inside the waistband that well. Plus, some of my pants, it doesn't fit very well. One, my pants need to be a little bit big. Plus the fact that your belt loops have to line up. If they're a little bit off, you can move this around a little bit.
Yeah.
But if they're bad off, then you're going to end up like on top of a belt loop, and you can't really do anything with it to make it comfortable.
Okay.
The good thing about this holster is that if you notice how the offset is for the clips,
yeah,
it's made so that you can tuck your shirt back in around the clips.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, these pants are a little too tight for me to be able to put this holster on and show you. But
Yeah, I get it.
yeah, when you tuck your shirt, that's why they call it the tuck, because you can tuck your shirt back around it. It's also a little bit heavy, not like weight heavy, but like clothing heavy for summertime carry.
Yeah.
This is a foam rubber, makes it much more comfortable than most of the inside the waistband holsters to carry for any length of time. But I noticed that once the weather started warming up,
Yeah. I need my cigarettes.
it's really, really uncomfortable because this thing will get saturated.
Yeah, it's
And
like
it
having a
will-
squishy sponge in your
Yeah,
pants.
it's basically, this is insulation.
Yeah.
So it's going to hold your body heat in and cause you to sweat more than you normally would. That's the only downside to this, other than I'm not that big on an inside the waistband.
I never have been either.
So,
I never could
I mean,
get used to it.
Unless it's like a subcompact, like
I carry tiny guns and I still couldn't get used to it.
the little PT-111, that little Taurus PT-111, that I can carry it inside the waistband.
I imagine if I had a decent holster for my Kel-Tec, I wouldn't mind too much. My HSC was
that other little gun that I had that doesn't exist anymore because the company no longer exists. That little gun, I could, with the standard magazine, not with the extended, I could inside the waistband carry it. But otherwise, a compact or a full size, I can't inside the waistband carry those. Anybody inside the waistband carries a full size anyway.
Yeah. My biggest problem is I've always been thin.
Yeah.
And
I used to be
even a small gun.
Thin. Not as thin as you, but I used to be a lot thinner than I am now.
Even a small gun, it presses on the hips,
the
back.
Yeah.
And my Peter's small. If I carry it in the front, I'm afraid I'm gonna get stuck in that 32.
I don't like appendix carry anyway.
In that 32 caliber barrel, it's gonna go to draw.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch, it's stuck.
Appendix carry is always uncomfortable anyway to me. I just
no, mine preferred. I like cross draw. Outside the waistband, just in front of the hip. It just seemed like a real natural place for me. But no, I mean, it sounds like they thought this system out.
Yeah.
I mean, because they made it do more than one thing.
Yeah.
Well, they made it do one thing really good.
Well,
and then they made it adaptable.
The paddle on this, it looks like an alien head, but that design of that paddle is actually more comfortable than like the Black Hawks or a Phobos holster that has the what's that company that makes those? Anyway, I can't remember. But the ones that have the big paddle on them, they're usually huge. They have like cuts in them that make them dig in and stuff, and I don't like that. This, the bottom of it goes all the way across. It doesn't have that little tab that most of them have that catches the bottom of your belt.
Yeah.
No, the whole thing covers the bottom of your belt.
Yeah.
Now I do wear a gun belt. It's not
you do.
It's not a
duty
just a regular.
belt.
It's not a duty belt. It's not
It's
not just a wide belt. It's not just a 2-inch belt.
It's a click belt.
It's track line. It's track line core. It's got the liner in the center of it. It keeps it rigid. So it's actually a good belt. It's like, I want to say it's like $50 for these belts.
That ain't bad. I paid
it's
a lot
it's
more
that ratchet belt.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's why I say click belt.
It's the same type of belt that Yankee Marshall used to go on about them all the time, and that was actually why I first looked into them, because he kept talking about them, kept going on about them. I was like, well, I'll see, what they're all about. And so I looked into them and I was like, that ain't too bad. It's got that ratchet thing on it, for the adjustment.
And which is
And
nice because you got like 1/4-inch adjustment.
Yeah, it's got 1/4-inch adjustments
1
instead
inch.
of, and sometimes I need 1/4 inch of adjustment. I don't need a whole nother hole.
Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Exactly. I don't need a whole nother hole adjustment. I just need a click. Just a little.
Yeah.
Just that much. That's all I need, just enough to snug it up. Especially carrying a gun.
Yeah, because you want it snug.
If I don't have a gun, I tighten it up. I can tighten it up one more click. Let it out one click, and put my gun on.
That was one of my problems with holster carry, period, was belts. Finding, first of all, get a thick enough leather belt because they didn't have all this fancy shit when I started.
Yeah.
Find a leather belt that was thick enough to not roll the top edge.
Yeah.
And then you'd have to put your own hole in it because the son of a bitch would never, with the holster, it was too much. Yeah, with the holster, it was too much. Without the holster, well, with the holster, you couldn't get it. You couldn't quite get there.
Yeah.
Without the holster, getting there, it was too tight. It never, And I never liked anything hanging on my hips anyways.
Or if I am inside the waistband carrying, being able to put this, my pants is one thing, but then getting the belt to fasten is another.
Yeah.
This also helps with that. There's enough flexibility in the belt that it
goes around.
It'll go around it and not make a big bulge there. But there's enough rigidity in the belt that even with a heavy gun.
And what's nice,
like my heaviest gun is probably my P226. My full size SIG is probably my heaviest because I think it's heavier than either one of my 1911s.
But the other nice thing about that belt, it's not,
and it doesn't sag the belt because it holds its shape because of that liner in the middle of the belt.
Also, that belt's thin enough it'll fit a lot of dress pants or
and it looks nice
or more work style pants.
Buckle. See, it's like a dressy buckle almost. And it's
or your Dickie
you can
style.
Get all kinds of different.
Your Dickie style pants have thinner belt loops.
Oh yeah,
and
I wear this belt. I wear it to work all the time.
See, that was the other problem. If I wore slacks and a thin belt for slacks, back in my day, forget a holster.
Yeah, it's even
this would mess up.
Now some slacks it won't fit through.
Yeah, it is a little wider.
It is a wider belt for
because it's
a gun belt. Yeah. But you can get narrower belts from them that have that liner in them. But I don't know how well they would hold up to inside the waistband. I'm sure they would hold up fine.
Or how would they hold up to every day versus that once a week or once a month where you got that pair of slacks on that needs that belt.
Yeah.
But it seems like damn. Wish I had all those options when I was starting to carry.
I do
my
too.
Goodness.
I mean,
I might have actually been an in the waistband guy.
When I started carrying, it was either a leather holster or a nylon holster.
Uncle Mike's, or you paid a fortune for a high-end leather one.
Yeah, and if you've got a molded leather one, that was actually made for the gun, rather than just
a generic.
Made for
a large frame auto.
Shape of a gun. Unless you carried a Glock or a 1911, you really weren't going to get something that was made for that gun.
Well,
otherwise, you just got large frame, medium frame, small frame.
I was lucky. I carried a Radom for a little bit. And that's close enough to the night, just like a high power. They're close enough. But
they would fit.
And I always liked under the shoulder.
Yeah.
If I was carrying that's the only place I could even think of hiding a big gun. Even then it was a little tough because there always seemed to be a bulge there in the front. Do they make?
I used to carry that little small frame 1911 in a shoulder holster.
Do they make a shoulder rig too? Or?
No.
They
No,
really
they
ought
don't
to.
make a shoulder. I don't know if you might could do something with the shapeshift system to do that. Now,
They might want to look into that.
the only thing I've seen the ads for the shapeshift system because it came out like not long after.
Yeah, if you'd have just waited.
Yeah, if I'd waited a couple of more months, they'd have come out.
Sean would have had that one.
And that probably would have been the one that I would have gotten. But when they came out with it, I would see ads for it and stuff, but I didn't really see a whole lot about it. Well, I think it was a few days ago. Matt from Never Enough Ammo did a review of this. He's got one.
Yeah.
And he did a review on it, showed some of the different configurations of it. And I know that it doesn't come with a shoulder system, but you might be able to put the pieces together in such a way that it would be easy to fasten to a shoulder rig. I don't know. I don't know how difficult that might be. I mean, there's not a lot of people that shoulder carry anymore. So, I mean, there's.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Yeah. I mean, there's Mike and.
Well, me, if I still could, my only problem now, well, besides the damn side supports here, which I don't need except for one thing.
You could just inside the side support carry it. Put it on the inside of the.
Yeah. I thought about cutting a pocket in my seat.
Well, all those things really do is keep you from falling out of the chair, which you really don't have that.
I don't need.
Issue
I don't
anyway,
need
so.
them. The biggest reason I have these is for driving.
Yeah.
And it's not something that I can snap on and off quickly myself, and you can't snap them on and off quickly.
Yeah.
Even if I can't do it, you couldn't do it quickly. It takes tools.
Yeah.
So it's.
Well, there's not a whole lot you do quickly with that thing anyway. Hell, even re-engaging the motors when you hit a bump.
Except for 7 miles an hour.
Yeah.
On a nice flat straightaway or downhill. Yeah. You might keep up with me for the first 50 yards. That's it. Yeah. If I get a good enough jump on you, you ain't catching my ass. Unless it's around 9 o'clock at night and my battery's about shot.
Oh, and by the way, for the safety Nazis out there.
Yeah, we both checked for clear. Sean checked twice because I made him.
Yeah. Yeah, it was cleared before we started playing.
Oh yeah, I yelled at you when I sat down about your gun pointing.
Yeah, because it was pointed toward him when he sat down.
Yeah. See, you just can't.
Clear.
You just can't see the fact that mine was never pointed at you. Oh.
Well, that one came out of the case over there.
Well, no, it actually came out of my office.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, it's been in my
I
office
thought
for
it
a
was.
few days.
I thought it was still in the case. I thought you went over there earlier and got it out of the case.
No, I just haven't taken it home yet. That's why it was in my office. I got sick of it being in the case. Not a gun I planned on keeping, but it looks like it's going to hit my little collection. But I do something.
I'm not a fan of those.
I'm not a fan of this caliber.
I'm not a big fan of the little NAA revolvers either, but I like them better than I like those.
I have one of those too.
Yeah.
But
we used to have one of those. It was about
yeah, that one I traded for the shorty. But no, I like these because they are a little heavy for their size.
Yeah.
You know, and for the safety Nazis, we are empty.
That's the 25 or
yes,
32?
25. And that's my biggest problem with this one here is the caliber.
Yeah.
But you know what I like doing? I like taking something about half the size of my pack here. Maybe a little pouch that you put on your fanny pack that's like this big.
Yeah.
I have this packed in there. I have a second barrel. I have some ammo. I have a knife, a little flashlight. And I have a couple of these packs made up. I have a couple with 32 because I got a lot of 32s. I like the 32. And it's nice because I can throw it in my car, my backpack. My wife can throw one of those little packs in her purse. One of my daughters can grab one. And plain and simple, well, with the exception of the 25 auto, it's a get the fuck off me gun.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not looking to shoot you from here to at 10 feet away.
Yeah.
You know, if I pull it out while you're 10 feet away, it's going to give you pause.
Yeah.
And maybe make most people run. But had this in the shelf. It's damn near brand new. There's not even marks on anything. I mean, the paint's not booked, nothing. Brand new. I shouldn't have bought it, but I picked it up cheap. I had it in the case here for $80.
Yeah.
When I got it, it didn't quite take 2 fingers to pull the trigger, but almost.
Yeah.
That's not a problem anymore. You've handled this trigger.
Yeah.
It's nice. Also, my biggest gripe about these, and Davis Industries and them, when they were making them with their large frames, the large frames are made a little differently.
Yeah.
But this would only open to here.
Yeah.
Barely enough room to get the damn shells out. It doesn't take much work to make the son of a bitch open almost backwards.
Yeah.
So that was one of my modifications. You can load and unload this sucker fairly easy now.
Yeah, it doesn't take much work to do that. All it is is a little notch.
And I didn't even do it neatly.
Yeah.
I wasn't worried about it. It was just more of a convenience thing for whoever bought it, and an extra selling point.
Yeah.
$80.
And it's notch in that rib.
Yeah,
along
it's
the top.
just
It's
the
not
rib.
even.
That's all I took out was the rib. Because if you look at the large frame,
it doesn't change the barrel integrity.
The hump where they connect the hinge for the barrels is higher and bigger.
Yeah.
Because the large frame, let's face it, you're shooting a 38 special. It needs to, you need to have some kind of room to get the dang cartridge in.
Yeah.
Ooh, I better check that with that 22 mag. I picked up a 22 mag barrel for next to nothing. They're easy enough to switch out, and I got, and we had someone wanted one. We bought one for her. She wanted a specific color and caliber, and the only way we would get the color and caliber was buy one of the 3-barrel kits.
Oh yeah.
And she didn't want to spend that kind of money, so we bought the 3-barrel kit, sold her the gun.
Yeah.
And we had the 2 extra barrels. We sold the 1 barrel and ended up with the extra, with the firing pins and plate for the rimfire left and the 22 barrel. And I since sold the 22 barrel to someone who had the frame but not the barrel. So I was left with the plate and the case, and I picked up that 22 mag barrel. It was 22 long rifle. It's better than 25. I'll take a 22 long rifle in this all day long over the 25. But the 22 mag, now that's going to hurt. So I got that barrel, and it's the older barrel, 22. It's the older barrel where it actually has the auto ejector. Yeah. So I kind of like that, and I'm thinking of converting this sucker to an auto ejector, or at least auto extractor. It doesn't actually eject, but just extract them so you get your fingers there. If they
jump them up anyway.
Yeah, if they did happen to bulge, So yeah, this is going to go home and go in one of my little kits that I can leave in the. Again, too, this is something if I leave in the vehicle, and someone does break into my vehicle, and happens to find it. Yeah. I didn't lose.
Yeah, it's not.
I didn't lose anything.
Yeah.
And it's not like they're going after a lot of cops with this. Yeah.
I got a friend that used to carry one. I can't remember if his was 9mm or 32. I want to think it was 32. Yeah. But he used to carry it in a little pocket holster.
Yeah. Well, that's all this is. Yeah. Just a little. Slide it in your pocket. You could actually Velcro.
Yeah, his was a little less than that. It was like a little, like clipped on his pocket,
Yeah.
but the holster like went down.
I have a nice
Inside,
molded.
it was leather.
Yeah, I have a nice
Yeah.
molded leather
And
one that
so
looks
it just-
fancy.
It was like clipped. It looked like he had a knife, like
Yeah.
clipped, like I carry here. So he had just a knife clipped on his thing there, but the holster actually sat way down in the pocket. So you just reach down in there and you pull it out.
So yeah, so it's gonna go home and make one of my little kits.
But yeah, I've never been real crazy about those. I mean, they're
Well, like I said, I use them for what they are. It
fun to
is a,
shoot. I mean,
no,
if
it's
you've
a
never
get
shot
off me,
one,
get off
but-
me now gun.
Yeah.
And I started with one at one. Well, my uncle died and I inherited it.
Yeah.
That was my first one, and I really didn't carry it or use it much.
Yeah.
But then I had occasions where I had to be dressed nicely, in places that guns were frowned
Not
upon.
necessarily.
Yeah. Frowned upon, not necessarily illegal, or there is no place illegal to me, but and you didn't want to print or let anybody know that you might, and going to a wedding or something,
Yeah.
or a business meeting of some kind.
Yeah.
This in the pocket, like I said, it is just a get off me gun. If you decide to mug me and you get up close, it's not going more than 6 inches from my body, and and you're going to be within 6 inches, or I may even stick it in your gut.
Yeah.
But and so carrying it for what they are.
Yeah.
A get off me now, and I'm going to run after that, or hopefully you're going to be running after that.
Yeah.
Because you don't really know what I have.
Yeah. I've just never, I don't know why, because, I've got guns that have no practical purpose, but for some reason, I've just always gotten rid of every little Derringer that I've ever had, because I just didn't really like them. Had one long time ago, like when I was in high school, I had one. It was 38. That's not a pleasant gun to shoot. Now I've shot them that are even less pleasant than that.
Yeah, Daryl tried a 357. He's like,
yeah, the 357 is not pleasant.
And they make it in a 44.
Yes.
Who the hell's got
that? Is not pleasant to shoot either.
Yeah.
The 410 side by side is not pleasant to shoot. I think Cobra makes that.
Yeah, Cobra was one that made it.
Yeah. There's like two different length barrels. One of them, the whole gun's about this.
You can
long.
actually get a full shotgun length barrel.
Yeah, the other one is a little short deal.
Oh,
the
there's
little
one that's
short
shorter
deal
than
was
that.
the one I shot. There's also the bigger one that the guy Red that worked with me down at Dave's shop. He had it.
Yeah.
And I took his word for it that it was not pleasant to shoot.
Okay.
Because I had shot the little one, and that thing was not pleasant. With 45s in it, it was not as bad. With 45 long Colts in it, it was not near as bad as it was with 410 slugs or buckshot in it. But not.
And even with my first 32 Derringer at 10 to 20 feet.
Yeah.
And I never aiming, forget it. I couldn't hit to save my life. But shooting from the hip with it, just bringing it out at the elbow, at the hip.
Yeah.
I can hit an 8-inch pipe pan.
Yeah.
Like 7 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
So, and like I said, it's I'm not shooting that distance unless I think I'm going to have a chance to reload, because you ain't got but 2 shots.
Yeah.
And I generally carry an extra 2 or 3 rounds with me when I carry my Derringer, just in case I do have to get you off of me, and I still got from here to home.
The only one I ever had that I was able to hit with was one that was about the size of that. That you got, it was a 22. And at about, I don't know, 7 yards or so, I could break beer bottles with it.
Oh, hell.
I mean,
Yeah.
the others I couldn't really hit with because it was just
First of all, there are no sights on that son of a bitch to really call sights.
not really, no.
It's a rear notch and a front post.
Yeah.
That's it. And nothing moves.
Yeah. I mean, it's not even as good as
And the rear notch,
single action revolver.
Yeah.
I mean,
And the rear notch ain't even a notch. It's a dang U shape that's a lot wider than it needs to be.
At 7 yards, I mean,
20 feet.
yeah. That's
That's
here's
why
the wall,
to
basically.
hit a beer bottle, that's
And
damn good, you know.
But none of the others I could do that with, which I guess one reason was probably the first
You were
time
aiming.
The first time I pulled the trigger on the 38,
That's
the 357,
yeah,
I probably could have hit something. Because after that,
you didn't want to pull the
you
trigger.
didn't want to pull the trigger, so you're anticipating that.
Not to mention the trigger pulls weren't the
The
greatest.
38 wasn't that bad, but it did jar your hand pretty good. The 357 actually had recoil. You know, it would actually try to flip up, and you had to hold the gun in your hand when you were shooting it because it would actually try to flip up.
Oh, Daryl
The
said when he
gun
shot
would-
the 357, it about come out of
it-
his hand.
That 44, it would flip around out of your
But it
hand.
would.
Because that's just too much.
Yeah,
too small of a package.
Now I get why the 44 is still around and in that because original old
Well, it
black.
wouldn't have near as much recoil though if it was stuck in somebody's gut when you pull the trigger.
Yeah, there you go. Plus the adrenaline's pumping. But think about it, the 44, the biggest reason that's still around in a Derringer.
Well, the old
Is-
black powder load.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's it.
Yeah.
Because a modern load has no business being in something that damn
Yeah.
small. Especially if you got hydroshocks or something.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. I'm working on a 30. That's the other thing, you know, I pick them up. I end up with these damn things as a project gun.
Yeah.
Something I'm going to, we'll just improve on it because it's, the trigger's like shit and it, so I did. And I got it for cheap.
Yeah.
So, if I can make 20 bucks on it, who cares? Well, I got a 38 special back there. So I'm not going to want to shoot 38 special. I'm going to want to shoot 38.
Yeah.
Carry 38 special when I might stick it in someone's gut, but to practice 38s. Yep.
Those
and cowboy action 38s.
or air marshal loads.
Yeah, I guess, but that's a specialty load. That's going to cost more than just.
Well, yeah, it does. But people used to use them for the little air weights.
Yeah,
they used to use those because they're really light loads, and so they would usually get them like there was a guy that used to come and get them for his mother.
Okay, now see that
air weights,
yeah, that I can.
And he would get the I can't remember what they were called. But
when you said air marshal loads, I'm thinking frangible rounds.
Well, they were frangible, but they were also
lighter
really
load. Yeah.
They're a lot lighter loaded than a lot of the other stuff.
Which is nice because you only got to get into the person you're aiming at on a plane. You really don't want to go through. And no, I'm not worried about the window getting blasted out or something. The pressure changes.
Well, that's
what
why
they show on the
that's
movies.
why they do them like that though, is to keep them shooting holes in the plane.
Well, I ain't worried about the window. And first of all, the bullet hole through the skin ain't even sucking the pieces. It's not barely going to suck dust off the floor more than a foot away.
Well, the first thing that it did, first piece of paper it sucked up into it would stop it up anyway.
Yeah, if it was thick enough paper, and depending on the pressure difference. But the window, okay, that's big enough to cause a problem. But it doesn't hurt the flight characteristics, and you're not like the movies. You ain't getting sucked.
No.
A small kid might get sucked out the window if they're sitting right there, don't have their seatbelt on. But other than that, it's not. No, hit the hydraulic lines.
Yeah.
Hit a hydraulic line. Yeah, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Or the other thing I'm thinking is, if planes are pretty crowded,
Yeah.
and they're a lot more crowded than they were when I was a kid, because they've added 3 rows of seats front to back and added another seat from side to side. So yeah. And let's just face it, even a 38 special, man, it's going through at least 3 people.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be a option. But yeah, that's why I have a couple Derringers. That, and if one day I ever have to just shoot someone for being an idiot, yeah, I can take it. If the barrel goes off one bridge, the frame goes off another bridge, and I ain't worried about anybody ever putting the 2 together.
Theoretically speaking.
And after Irma comes through, they're going to be in the Gulf of Mexico anyway, so who cares?
Yeah. Hypothetically speaking,
yeah,
of course.
Yeah. Well, another nice thing about the Derringer, and this is just the I don't know, some big people are going to, I ain't even going to put a term to it, but just like the whole idea of the Liberator.
Yeah.
World War II.
Yeah.
You can literally, with a Derringer, walk up to someone, a police officer, a military patrol, whatever. Especially if it's just street patrol.
Yeah.
And get a pretty girl to distract them. You put that 25 auto to the base of their skull. It's quiet. It's quick. It's small. And boom, you drag them into the doorway or alley. Take his service gun.
Yeah.
And ammo. And go. I mean,
which that was the whole point
of the Liberator. Yeah.
Yes,
I mean, it was a single shot.
Yeah.
It was to acquire a better firearm.
Yeah.
You know, or to get into a place where it was hard to get a gun.
Yeah.
And, you know, so, so they have their place. And that 38 special was snake shot.
Yeah.
I mean, we shot 3-4 foot away. I mean, versus I know a lot of guys carry a 22 revolver. Yeah, that's fine, but you still got to aim at that bitch. 22 is small. I'd rather throw a spray at his ass. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm a chicken shit. Yeah, I'm the guy that would. Yeah, my wife uses a 12 gauge to kill spiders. You know, not really. She just gets out the baseball bat, and that's serious. I mean, no, she will. She'll get the baseball bat for the tiniest little spider.
I used to keep shot shells in the little 22 that I kept in my tackle box.
A moccasin tries coming over the canoe.
Yeah, well, I mean, I kept shot shells in it because it was easier than, you know, you got to aim at the damn snake or turtle or whatever it is you're going to shoot.
Well, a turtle I'm shooting just because he's eating the damn fish I'm trying to catch. The moccasin I'm shooting because those bastards that just chase you.
Yeah.
They're just mean. Well, they are.
Yeah, they are.
You could be floating or paddling down the river and a moccasin come out from under a tree and chase you for friggin' 100 yards down the river.
Yeah. But yeah, I kept the little shot shells in it just because, you know, it was a lot easier, especially since it was a little snub nose. Plus, it was very inaccurate to begin with.
Yeah.
Because it was RG wrong.
Again, I have a few of those. I like them. I got a matching pair. They're cute. Well, they are. They're cute. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I had the one with the 1-inch barrel. You know?
Yeah, I got the ones with like the 3-inch barrel.
Yeah.
And they got little white plastic. They're chrome.
Oh, with the
white plastic. Yeah, so it looks like
mine had the brown grip.
Yeah, it looks like mini Western revolvers with pearl grips. They're cute. I mean, all I need is a set of side holsters. You know, and they're also a nice little handgun. You want to start teaching a kid to shoot, don't want them to be afraid and want something that's going to fit their hand.
I don't know. I think I'd rather go to the
NAA.
No, the Heritage Rough Rider.
It is, but that can be heavy for a kid with small
Well, it
hands.
can be. I mean, yeah, because it's kind of hard to find the shorter barrel ones.
Yeah. And even the shorter
And,
barrel,
yeah,
it's a bulky.
The 6-inch
heavy.
barrel is a little bit bulky for a kid.
Even if you
first
cut it
starting
down to
shoot.
1 inch, that's a lot of
Mhm.
weight, for a 7 or 8 year old, that especially if it's a girl, they're a little thinner, lighter
Yeah.
build,
Yeah, I guess it is heavier than those little RGs, but
You think?
but
Some of those RGs, my goodness, I almost have trouble putting a finger in them.
yeah,
And again, that's another one of those guns that stays in my backpack, my fanny
Yeah.
pack. And if you happen to lose it in a emergency and you still got your carry gun, or if your carry gun gets confiscated, they don't catch that one.
yeah,
Or if it's left in the truck and that little RG disappears, it's a 22. And especially if it's one of my pull pin ones. It's like,
I think my brother may still have that gun, 'cause I gave it to him. I was going to trash it because, like I said, it started splitting lead.
yeah, you said yours started going
Yeah.
out of time, and the problem is,
I'd already fixed it one time.
yeah, the problem
and
is
then it
that
started doing it again.
that's just cast and,
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah, because I'd already fixed it one
Yeah.
time, and you can't really get parts for it.
No, well, you
And
can't get that part anyways because it's made into the cylinder,
Yeah,
and another cylinder may not time
well,
up right.
the hand though, you can fix the hand,
Yeah,
and which is what I had to do, but you have to cut another one to fit it, and then you have to fit it to it, and then you got to time it.
Yep.
And
it's a lot of work for a $25.
What
gun.
had happened was that the little cuts in the cylinder had wallowed out again.
Yeah.
And got bigger again. And so it needed to be done again. And I ain't doing that again. I was going to trash it.
Yeah.
And my brother wanted it. And I was like, it's
Sure.
lead.
Yeah. And it's only going to get worse.
And so he said he was just going to put it in the tackle box. I was like, well, that's what I was doing with it. But I had to quit putting rat shot in it because it would bust the
you shot the
little
CCI.
capsules.
Yeah.
And which if you shot the
Remington.
Federal, I think they were Federal, the ones I had. But yeah, they were just the ones that were crimped.
I hate them.
It would
They
shoot
stick in
those fine, but I didn't like those.
Those are
because-
sticking a chamber on you.
Yeah. Yeah, because when it opens up, it flares out a little too much sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I had bobbed the hammer on it so that it was smooth on the back.
Oh, you had one of the double action ones.
Yeah. And so you could carry it in your pocket or something. Yeah. I took the Dremel and cut it off and took it and put it on the wheel and polished it up and then painted it because the whole frame is just painted anyway.
I was going to say usually the hammers aren't painted. They're not real steel. That's for sure.
No, it's made out of that same well, a little bit harder of a pot metal.
Yeah, than the frame. Yeah,
it's still basically pot metal.
Yeah, that's why I said it ain't real
Yeah,
steel.
it ain't real steel. No.
But I haven't seen anything in the news gun related, really.
Not really anything new. That crap in Oregon, that's been a couple of weeks now.
They hit some shit in that law, but bastards.
Yeah, that's the one
the mental. They passed it as a mental health
thing, but really,
it's mental health and domestic violence was how they got it passed.
Yeah, it's just a hidden.
They also had a
to-
little hidden thing in there that during a disaster or public unrest, the police now have confiscation authority on all firearms.
Yeah, and you kind of have to dig around in there to be able to find that. Yeah, it's not really on the surface.
Did we show them that toy?
I don't remember if we showed them that or
before. I think we mentioned it. We might have even brought it
not. We
out.
may have.
Yeah, watch it.
Oh, that piece.
Yeah.
The grips are not on it right now, but this.
Yeah, Charter Arms, Explorer 2 pistol. Someone had, God, if they'd used Krylon, it might have actually lasted, but rattle canned it with, I don't know what kind of cheap ass paint.
Yeah, I don't know either. It was something bad because it had almost none of it left on there.
Yeah, so we had finished cleaning it up. I just finished it up this weekend, baking lacquer.
Yeah, it turned out pretty good. It's got a nice finish on it now.
And I might just put a better paint on those grips since the paint's going to be such a pain to get off. Since I can buy original grips.
You might try that, that stuff we were talking about, that Krylon plastic. See if it'll actually bond to them.
Now, see, there's where I'd be worried because that's an old plastic.
I know. I don't know.
Is it going to make it permanently tacky, or is it going to?
Well, here's how you can test.
I test on the inside,
Yeah.
I know.
You knew
I'm
that
just thinking, I'm
before I
buying a
understood.
$6 can of
Yeah.
Krylon. You know, if I can't use it, I'm a cheap bastard.
You can use it on something else, I'm sure.
Well, I know my Alumahide to stick.
Yeah. That's true. But yeah, if anybody's still kind of lost as to exactly what this is, yes, it is an AR-7, but it is a pistol. It was actually built as a pistol.
And they used to advertise them for sale as a target pistol.
Yeah, it was actually advertised as a target pistol. It's got target sights on it. But yeah, it comes with
I don't know
this 8-inch barrel.
Yeah, I think
and,
that's
the other one is what, 10 inches or 12?
something like that. I don't know if they came. I'm not going to say it came with 2 barrels because the finish on the other barrel.
I've never seen it. I've never seen it like when we were looking it up and stuff and looking for different things on it. I never saw it like as a kit with 2 barrels.
No, or
I saw
advertised
it with either with this barrel or with the other barrel.
Yeah.
Never with both of them. I'm not going to say that they didn't do it, but I never found it when I was looking.
Yeah, myself either. I saw one or 2 pictures where someone had both barrels with it.
Yeah.
But no ads or anything else. And even in the schematics, it doesn't,
doesn't
show 2
both
different
of them.
barrels.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is, and because that other barrel had the wrinkled paint finish,
Yeah.
I'm thinking that it was a later version with maybe a longer barrel.
Yeah. Didn't they also make this in a configuration where it was the rifle and the pistol in one
thing? Yeah.
It was the pistol, and then it would also convert into the rifle and back into the pistol.
Yeah. I think that might have been an Armalite.
Yeah.
One versus.
So that would have been like the
original, because the ATF put a nix. Either the ATF or the company decided it wasn't worth all the paperwork and shit.
Yeah.
Put a nix on the being able to swap them back and forth.
Yeah.
So, which sucks.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of stuff that was like that.
Well, yeah, we'll get that finished up. I'm missing. Well, besides replace, I'm not missing the grips. I could actually bring the original grips back to looking original. It's just
The work.
$20 versus the work I'm going to do.
Yeah.
The $20 is cheap for original grips.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking looks like, I mean original grips. And then there's the spare magazine retaining latch, which is $14.
Yeah.
And a Chicago style rivet screw.
Yeah.
Because the grip's missing one of those original screws. So
yeah.
And it shoots. We shot it before we even played with refinishing it to see if I needed to do any other work. It shoots great. Well, again, I know better than what ammo to use in an AR-7. I have a few and I had a lot of experience with them. But yeah, we didn't have a jam, a misfeed, a misfire,
Well,
nothing.
usually those things aren't too finicky
In
with
two
ammo
mags.
anyway. I mean,
No, they just don't like really hot stuff.
Yeah.
It runs them.
there's a lot of
semi-automatics.
semi-autos,
that
22s don't
yeah.
like those. Don't like anything. They either like only the hot stuff or they.
I
don't
found
really like
standard
the hot stuff.
velocity tends to work almost all of them the best.
Yeah.
You know, there are
With the exceptions of a few,
Yeah.
and those you generally have to use CCI mini mags. and that's it.
that's something hyper velocity
Yeah.
or something, and yeah, it's outrageous. Like it won't work in anything else. Just that one guy.
Yeah.
So.
It's almost 7.
Good, because I stayed away from politics and some dumb shit in the news, and we actually talked about
Yeah.
guns and holsters almost the
Yeah.
whole damn show. That's been a while.
Yeah. I actually prefer to do that when we.
I do. I don't mind it either way.
I don't really. Well, most of the time the politics have been talked to death already. Everybody else has already talked about them. So.
And let's face it, my opinions are going to get us banned from every place.
Yeah. I like to stick.
That's nice when my friends agree with me.
I like to stick to like industry stuff.
Yeah.
So that that YouTube tends to not fuck with us quite as much if we just stick to. When we go on to politics and shit, that's when they start.
Yeah.
Which is bad because I mean, as low volume as we have
of
an audience and everything anyway, you would think that they would kind of overlook us, but they went in a few weeks ago and demonetized everything except our 3rd episode.
Tell Tracy to keep.
I got some of them fixed, but
tell
I don't
Tracy
know
to keep
why
his
that
mouth
3rd
shut.
episode was monetized. Everything else they had demonetized.
It's not like have we seen a check yet? No.
No.
Yeah. So I mean, but yeah, tell Tracy to keep his mouth shut. I can work on. I got ideas. I just haven't. Yeah.
I want to think the 3rd episode was that the one where we had all the music equipment and stuff.
It could have been.
Where when I brought my bass in and Daryl had
that could have all his vintage, all the vintage.
Yeah,
and
I can't remember
stuff.
if that was it or not,
It
but
could
it
have
may have been. I know it was pretty early on when we did that.
Yeah, I know guitars and stuff like that will garner as many views as guns.
Yeah.
So, but Tracy's gonna have to keep his mouth shut. Damn it. Probably had to watch.
Well, see, that's what was weird because all of Daryl's demo videos were also demonetized. Yeah, the stuff where he's just sitting there playing and showing off a guitar. Yeah, those had been demonetized too.
Wow.
I think I got all.
Well, wait a minute.
I went in and disputed
Yeah.
most of them except the ones like where we went off on, like where we were like
Where Tracy
giving Samuel L. Jackson a
Yeah.
run for his money with the F-bombs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even going to try to get those remonetized because I know that they would demonetize those just for that.
Yeah.
Much less the actual content.
I see. They might have looked at a few of Daryl's Facebook pages.
They may have.
My Facebook page is tame. I'm surprised Facebook didn't shut me down over a couple things I did put multiple days in a row. Well, I didn't smoke near as much as I normally do.
I think it's this time of day or something because near the end of the day you start getting.
Yeah, and it's getting more humid out because the temperature's dropping now. We're in that time of year where, so that could,
that and probably allergies and stuff.
That and we're flooded back there a couple days ago.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's some extra mold floating around.
Yeah, probably.
But I've had this cough for over 2 weeks now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just a nagging sinus drip. It's not enough to make a sore throat.
Yeah.
It's not enough to really clog my nose up. And it's thin enough where it's just trickling down the back of the throat and
So
getting
it
past.
just irritates you
Well,
just enough.
just as you breathe in, it makes it just far enough past that it hits that nerves.
Yeah.
That says, whoa, water.
Yeah.
And I don't know what I've tried a demuculant to try to flush everything out. That hasn't worked. I've tried a decongestant to dry everything up.
Yeah.
That hasn't worked. I know what would work, but I'm not going to go drive 2 hours and sit half the day at the VA hoping for an appointment.
I knew you were going there.
Because that's the only way I can get real Sudafed anymore.
Yeah.
Because even though in most states you can go and sign your name at the counter and show them your driver's license, not here. Maybe in other parts of Alabama, but not here.
There's supposed to be a couple of places that still carry it, but there's not very many because most of them just don't even want to bother.
They don't want to bother with the paperwork,
Yeah,
which
it's too much trouble for them.
For the amount of money they make on the shit.
Yeah, they're not selling enough of it anyway.
Because the meth heads can't buy it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only reason every nickel and dime gas station had it. Yeah. But if you find a place, let me know. Because I'm really tired of this. And I know it's sinuses because when I go home.
Supposedly I've heard that Walmart has it. You just have to talk to the pharmacist.
I'm going to have to ask Joanne. She told me they didn't.
Yeah. Well, I know they don't have it on the shelf.
I know that.
There,
I know, but yeah.
I've heard that you can get it. You just have to.
Well, you work there. You can let me know next week. Or message me or something. But I know it's the sinuses because when I go home, like tonight, I'll go home. I'll do whatever I do when I first get home, and then I'll go to relax in front of the TV. Basically, I'll go to zombify in front of the TV.
Yeah. With
the TV shows that are on, it's just like numb my brain so I can sleep, please. But I'll recline the chair.
Yeah.
And within 30 seconds to a minute and a half of reclining the chair, I'll have a 5 to 10 minute real coughing fit because the sinuses just go whoosh.
Yeah.
Same thing when I go to bed. I lay down, guaranteed 10 minutes or better, I'm going to be coughing.
Yeah.
I roll over in the middle of the night, same thing. Yep.
Yeah.
Joanne bitches at me in the morning. You woke me up coughing at 2:30 and I couldn't get back to sleep.
Yeah.
Okay, you can blame me for waking you up, but don't blame me for not being able to get back to sleep. So, yeah, I don't know what to do about it. I've tried just about everything, and I'll be damned if I want to go to the doctor and take some kind of. And it's not an infection. I know what that feels like. I've had it.
Well, I know my sinus has been bothering me lately. I know it's my allergies, and I started taking Claritin again to do it. But that shit takes about a week before it starts.
And you got to keep taking it.
Yeah, and you got to keep taking it. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I usually take it for like a month or so at a time because I'll take it and then it starts working, and then about a month later, the stuff that is bothering me,
it's gone.
It's gone.
Yeah.
So I don't need it anymore for 6 months.
Yeah.
And then when it starts bothering me again, I'll start taking it again. So I buy a bottle of like,
60 or 120, and it's good for a year.
It should last me almost a year. Yeah.
Unfortunately, Sudafed's not like that. But the bad thing about Sudafed is,
well, the good thing about Sudafed is you only have to take it when it's bothering you.
Well, that
day, and it clears up that day.
A few hours later, it starts. But the downside of that is, after you take it for 5 to 10 days, it starts losing its effectiveness because your body builds up a tolerance.
Anyway, because I start getting jittery. It gives me kind of a jittery feeling when I take it.
Well, I can't say I've ever experienced that. Maybe when they used to sell ActiFed.
I don't remember what ActiFed did, whether it was a jittery or a drowsiness.
That was the first one they pulled off the market.
Yeah. But I remember taking it when, probably middle school age or something, because it was one of the ones that I remember when they made it where you could get it over the counter.
Yeah.
Because it was like prescription only to
Yeah.
start with, because Mama took it. And then you started being able to get it over the counter.
Yep.
And then it started disappearing.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a little closer to meth than Sudafed.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, no, one of the big things that pushed it wasn't. I don't think it was really meth production that pushed it off the market either. I think it was more sports and performance enhancing. Yeah, it was
Maybe because
was the thing that drove that one. But anyways, yeah, they always take the. Why do they always take the shit that works? Just because there's always going to be some dumb son of a bitch who's not going to use a product as intended.
Yeah.
Why punish all the rest of us?
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess it's time to go because we hit that tangent.
So anyway, just touch back on the holsters.
Oh yeah.
Again. And like I said, I bought these holsters. I'm not being paid by any gear whatsoever.
No.
Although if they would like to send me stuff, we would be more than happy.
You ain't got to pay us. Just send us stuff.
Send us stuff.
If you want an honest review, just send it.
Yeah. I mean, I bought these for my own personal use. I figured I've been using this for about a year now. I've got a good, I got enough experience with it to give a good, honest review on it. And like I said, not the craziest about the inside the waistband, but I don't know any inside the waistband that I'd be real crazy about.
Yeah, and
it is decent for an inside the waistband holster.
Different strokes.
Yeah, exactly. And it's probably one of the best ones that I've ever used because I really don't care for them that much. I've thought about getting the one for the PT-111 and see if I like it better, because that's a gun small enough that I actually would carry it inside the waistband. Because that other little holster I have for it, that's the way I carry it, is inside the waistband. But still, it's a really small gun. The outside the waistband, I love it, and I like it with the clip on it. A lot of people don't like that paddle clip, but again, different strokes. And like I mentioned earlier, go check out Never Enough Ammo's review he did on that Shapeshift holster, because that's their newest holster. So go check it out and see about it, because you can do all kinds of things with it. You're supposed to be able to make basically this holster, that holster, a reverse clip, like single clip version of an inside the waistband. You're supposed to be able to do an appendix carry holster, all kinds of crap with it. So,
from what you've said and what I have seen with you having the Alien Gear holsters, very well thought out.
Yeah.
And
the only downside that I've seen to the Shapeshift is when I went and looked at it, they don't have it for that many guns. But you could probably contact them, because it is Kydex. They already make a ton of Kydex holsters. They could probably
got the mold.
Make it, they could probably make it, because the way those shells are made for that Shapeshift, it wouldn't take much for them to be able to do it. So they could probably make it for whatever.
And if they get enough requests for the same gun.
Oh yeah, especially for popular guns. Like with the seats, because right now
and
they've got the Glocks.
Yeah.
And then they got Glock, M&P, and something else.
And they just may be waiting to see how it takes off.
Yeah.
Are people going to buy this product over the individual made for the gun holster?
Yeah, but these, they still make it for like damn near everything.
Well, that's what I mean.
There's a ton of stuff.
And that's probably where they started.
Yeah, this is what they started with.
So eventually, okay, is this product going to be popular enough that we can make it in all these different guns?
Yeah.
And make it something that's saleable?
Yeah. Now, here's something I forgot to mention about these. I don't know if the Shapeshift does it or not, but with their regular outside the waistband and their tuck series, the shell, the front part
Yeah.
here, free lifetime replacements.
Oh, shit.
Now, I don't know if you have to pay shipping on that or not. I don't remember. But that shell part, you get it replaced free. And this other
The
part,
paddle would be the part
I
I'd
don't
be
know.
concerned
the
about.
paddle is the part that I would be concerned about possibly breaking one day
Yeah.
or something maybe. But the shells, if something happened to them, free replacements for life. That's a big thing.
And I can also see not guaranteeing the
Especially
paddle because
when
they
you're-
don't know how someone's going to abuse it. Instead of taking it off properly, they just pry the thing
Well,
off.
especially when you pay 40 something bucks for this. You know, like I said,
Yeah.
I got that as a deal for 70 something bucks. But regular, each one of these is 40 something
Yeah.
bucks a piece.
That's not bad.
So, I mean, and you get free replacements.
I'm
on
just
that.
thinking the leather holsters I used to have to buy, man, you were dropping at least $100 bill
bucks,
or
yeah.
I mean $100 bill for a cheapie. If you
Yeah.
want something good,
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, check out Matt's review of that newest one, and definitely check these guys out because this is one of the best made Kydex holsters that I've seen. Like I said, it's not just Kydex.
I love the
Because
idea.
I
they
can make a Kydex
Yeah.
holster. I got the crap back
Yeah.
there I can do that with.
It's been a while since I've seen you make one too, but it's been a while since
Well,
you've seen me
Yeah.
do some
Well,
of my
I
stuff
made
too.
a couple of, made one for
Yeah.
Daryl. Well, I made a couple for Daryl and one for a couple of other people.
Yeah.
But really, I mean, you get the same quality.
with
getting it
a
from-
few added features.
Yeah, and
Now were
like
you?
these companies that are
Were-
doing
were-
stuff
were-
like,
were
like
you-
these guys are
Yeah.
doing a lot more than I can do.
yeah, or
They're
thinking
doing
of
a lot
doing,
more
yeah.
stuff, and for about the same price.
Now, if I want a Kydex holster for this,
Yeah,
you're the
Now,
only person
There's
out
not
there.
a lot of people that
Yeah.
would be able to do that.
Yeah,
Now, some of these companies probably could,
but
but they would
are
probably
going-
charge you extra
Yeah.
for it because they've got to go find one of those,
Yeah.
or you're going to have to send that to them.
Yeah.
For them to mold.
Oh, I know a few places you can send them a gun and mold it, but
Yeah.
let's put it this way: I like your pricing. And no, I don't get it for free. I probably would if I asked, but I won't. Well, if I went back there and did it myself, but he'd have to give me a lesson, then he'd charge for the lesson. Just better off paying him.
Well, you've seen the pricing charts before. The lesson costs more than the.
Yeah, that was my pricing chart, I think. Yeah.
Yes.
Because I have asked people, well, can I come watch? Yeah, but it says $60 an hour. It's $100 an
Yeah.
hour. What? But it's my
If you
teaching-
help, it's $150 an hour.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my teaching fee. But, okay, this
That's
Tracy.
about it.
Yeah, this is Tracy.
And this is Sean.
Shop talk. Keep the powder dry.